What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Iron Banner rewards up for grabs this week. Lord Saladin is back in the tower running Iron Banner Clash for the week, and as usual I'll be going through all the stuff you can earn or buy, mainly the perks and the weapons, if they're any good or not, and what perks to look out for on the weapons as they hopefully drop for you this week. And of course keep an eye out on my channel for more videos later on showing off the stuff I get during this Iron Banner on my 3 characters. So let's take a look at Saladin and see what he's got for us. First, we've got the class item, the normal and the PlayStation exclusive version. For the Hunter, he's got Intellect and Discipline, and also Intellect and Discipline on the PlayStation one as well. Definitely recommend you get one of these for that 10% rep boost when you're wearing it during Iron Banner. Next up, we also have the helmets, of course, the normal and the PlayStation one. These for the Hunter have Intellect and Strength, and also Intellect and Discipline. Now into the weapons more importantly. This is where it gets interesting because the Bretomart stand is a pretty good role. I'm pretty sure it's the same as the role he sold before, like earlier on with his Iron Banner. But this is very, very decent. The Bretomart stand in itself is kind of like a fast rate of fire and lower impact. It's nowhere near like the Yolda's Hammer in year 1, which is very slow, very high damage. But this thing is very interesting because it's got spray and play, which is more of a PvE weapon. Like I said before, I don't think spray and play is that great in PvP. You shouldn't really be trying to empty the magazine unless you've got like a shotgun or a sniper. I don't think you should be trying to empty the magazine. So spray and play is okay. It's definitely a lot better than on like a primary weapon. So it's a decent perk, but there definitely are some better ones out there. It's also got fitted stock for a small bump in the stability, and also hand laid stock for a big bump in the stability, nearly maxed out, but a big chunk of the range missing, which is quite a bad thing, and reinforced barrel for the increase in range. So quite a different choice of perks right there. I personally probably recommend fitted stock or maybe hand laid stock. I don't think reinforced barrel is that worth it. The range isn't really going to be a big deal, but stability is definitely something you want to go for. But generally, I'll just go fitted stock, maybe even hand laid stock if you don't mind the range decrease. But I think those are pretty decent perks. The last one is probably one of the best ones you can get on a machine gun. This is crowd control, so each kill is going to increase the damage for the next one. So pretty decent perk right there. Now, in terms of the ones to go for and the ones to look out for as they hopefully drop for you this week, in the first column, I'd recommend pretty much Counterbalance. That's the only real good one in this column. There are a lot of real awful ones like Guerrilla Fighter and Underdog, Eye of the Storm, those kind of ones that are just awful perks. So the only real good ones are Counterbalance, and I'd say second is probably Spray and Play. So try and get a Counterbalance if you can. If you pick one up, that's definitely a very good role. And the last column right here, I'd say the best ones to go for are Hidden Hand, Crowd Control, and Feeding Frenzy. Hidden Hand normally works pretty well on machine guns because the spread of bullets tends to be a little bit weird, so Hidden Hand kind of cleans it up a little bit, makes it a little bit more accurate. And Crowd Control, of course, is good for bonus damage when you get a kill. And Feeding Frenzy is similar, but it's going to increase your reload each time you get a kill. So that is very, very good. Most of the time that you get a kill with a machine gun, you tend to reload it pretty quickly. That's just how it normally works with these guns. So it's very good to have a perk that's going to boost the reload after you get a kill because it works hand in hand with how you actually use the weapon. Now, in terms of the middle tier perks, I just tend to go for anything that boosts the stability. Hand laid stock is quite a good one, but like I said, it's going to reduce the range. So maybe if you get rangefinder and also hand laid stock, that'd be a very good combination because it kind of balances the two out. So that is the Bretomart stand and my recommendations of the perks to look out for. Now, here we have a very interesting weapon. This is the Call of Advance's Duty. You guys probably saw me live com with this weapon, an Iron Banner version I got a while ago. Now, this one is pretty similar role. It's got the Red Dot 08S, which I'm not really a fan of. I prefer the other Red Dot scope, the one that's on my original one. It's also got crowd control, which again is going to boost the damage when you get a kill. I'm not sure if this will make it a 2-shot kill after you just get one. I don't think that will happen. I think at best you may be able to get 2 body shots in a headshot, or maybe 2 headshots in 1 body shot. But normally it's a 3-shot to the head. This crowd control is always going to boost the damage by a little bit, which is pretty nice. We've got perfect balance, which is okay. I personally would go for brace frame, even though it reduces the magazine size by a little bit. The chunk instability is definitely a big help. And you want this weapon to be as accurate as possible. You basically want to ignore custom optics. It's a bad perk. And the final one is Hidden Hand, which I've also got on my roll. I'm not 100% sure how much this weapon is affected by Hidden Hand. I mean, the one that I have does have it, and it feels really good. I can hit some really lucky shots and almost like drag shot people, and bullets just seem to find them. But I'm not sure whether it would do that without it. So it seems to work, but there may just be a placebo effect. But the one I have with Hidden Hand is definitely very good. So this is a pretty solid roll. So of course this is a very, very slow firing but very high damage weapon. It's a 3-shot to the head, and this requires accuracy and patience. If you miss your shots, if you start spamming them, getting body shots, you're probably going to lose because the kill time goes up dramatically. Whereas if you're very slow, you pace your shots, you can melt people. It's one of the fastest killing guns in the game. It's the same as Jade Rabbit, that kind of archetype, but it's very slow. If you just pace your shots and get 3 headshots, you will drop people in no time. And I'll link my video in the description where I used it live in the Crucible, but it really requires patience. So in terms of the perks I'd recommend in this first column, I would definitely go for Triple Tap. That's a good PvE option. Not really good in PvP, but in PvE it's definitely a very good option. One of the best for landing those rapid headshots. Zen Moment is also a pretty good choice. I've got that on my old version, and it's good for the stability, which this weapon it definitely needs. Crowd Control is also a pretty good option. Like I said, it's going to boost the damage by a little bit. Not sure how much it's going to affect it in PvE. I don't think it's going to make it a 2-shot kill, but it is going to boost it, which is always going to help you. And now in the last column, Outlaw is always a very good option. Pretty good in both PvE and PvP. The reload on this weapon is one of the main downsides. So if you can get something like Outlaw to speed that up, that's always going to be a pretty good help. I know a lot of people like the Third Eye perk. I'm not personally a fan of it, but it is pretty decent. I don't think it personally fits this playstyle of playing very slow and long range engagements, but Third Eye is also an option. And of course, Hin Hand, like we've got here, is also, I think, one of the best perks you can hope for in this last category. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, a look at the new Iron Banner awards and my recommendations for what to look out for. Let me know in the comment section what you're most excited for and what you most want from the Iron Banner this time around. And drop a like rating on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe for more videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.